Kita na po, Prof, yung ano.
Yes. Okay, so good day everyone. So for today we're going to discuss about cryptography, no? Cryptography plays a critical role in ensuring the information assurance and security across various domains, ranging from finance and healthcare, national defense, and everyday communication. At its core, cryptography involves the use of mathematical algorithms to encrypt and decrypt data, making it unreadable to unauthorized users. And this process ensures the confidentiality, integrity, and authenticity of sensitive information, guarding against eavesdropping, tampering, and perjury. One of the primary function of cryptography in information assurance is encryption, where plain text data is transformed into ciphertext using cryptographic keys. So this process ensure that even if data is intercepted, it remains unintelligible without the corresponding decryption key. Advanced encryption standards, RSA and elliptic curve cryptography, are among the widely used encryption techniques, offering varying levels of security and efficiency. Beyond confidentiality, syempre, cryptography also facilitates data integrity by providing mechanisms to detect unauthorized modifications to encrypted data. Hash functions such as SHA-256 generate fixed length hash values that uniquely represent the original data. So any alteration to the data, intentional or accidental, results in a different hash value, alerting recipients to potential tampering. Okay, so cryptography plays a critical role in ensuring the authenticity of data and entities involving a communication or transaction. Digital signatures created using asymmetric encryption techniques allow sender to sign message with their private keys, which can be verified by recipient using the corresponding public keys. So this process verifies the origin and integrity of the message, guarding against impersonation and tampering. And to give us more details about the topic, let us all welcome our presenter. Go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you po. For today, I'll be discussing cryptography. And here's the first slide. What is cryptography? So this is the process of hiding or coding information so that only the person a message was intended for can read it. The art of cryptography has been used to code messages for thousands of years and continues to be used in bank cards, computer passwords, and e-commerce. Addition to that, our modern cryptography nowadays has a techniques which includes algorithms and ciphers, as what Prof said, that enable the encryption and decryption of information such as 128-bit and 256-bit encryption keys. Modern ciphers, such as Advanced Encryption Standards or what we call AES, are considered virtually unbreakable. So for this one of the most example previously sa cryptography is yung what happened last month, I think, yung sa, di ba nagkagulatan tayo sa Facebook, yung biglang nagkaroon ng hindi makalogin kasi tas pagpasok natin sa chat or sa messenger is nagkaroon ng update na end-to-end encryption. Meaning to say, yung sender and yung recipient is sila lang yung makakabasa ng messages na yun. Even yung ISP or Internet Service Provider, hindi nila ma-access yung messages. Yan po. And then, yes, this one, na-discuss ko na siya. And then, the importance of cryptography. So for cryptography, it remains important to protecting data and users, ensuring confidentiality and preventing cyber criminals from intercepting sensitive corporate information. Common uses and examples of cryptography include, okay, for this one, as mentioned also, privacy and confidentiality, the first importance. So individuals and organizations use cryptography on a daily basis to protect their privacy and keep their conversations and data confidential. Cryptography ensures confidentiality by encrypting sent messages using an algorithm with a key only known to the sender and recipient. Okay, so a common cryptography definition is the practice of coding information to ensure only the person that a message was written for can read and process the information. This cybersecurity practice, also known as cryptography, sige, combines various disciplines like computer science, engineering, and mathematics to create complex codes that hide the true meaning of a message. So also cryptography can be traced all the way back to ancient um, Egyptian hieroglyphics, but remains vital securing communication and information in transit and preventing it from being read by untrusted parties. So for the integrity, cryptography helps verify the integrity of data through techniques like hashing and digital signatures. Any tampering or unauthorized changes to data can be detected. Hash functions generated a unique fixed size hash value based on the content of data. Comparing these hashes allows for quick verification of data integrity. For this one, I think the example is yung mostly ginagamit natin pag halimbawa magta-tag tayo sa messaging hashtag, may mga hashtag sa sa Facebook or sa Instagram ganun, para halimbawa pag nilagay natin yung hashtag tas yung word nagkakaroon siya ng nako-connect siya dun sa sa information na yun. Parang halimbawa hashtag Baguio City ganyan. Tas yung link ng Baguio City is na-inform sila na natag sila dun sa sa post na yun. And then for authentication, cryptography enables strong authentication mechanisms. Digital signatures use asymmetric cryptography to verify the authenticity of messages or transactions. This ensures that the sender of a message is who they claim to be and that the message has not been altered in transit. So, also as part of this is the non-repudiation cryptography. It supports non-repudiation by providing proof of the origin of data and the sender's identity. Once a digital signature is applied to a message, the sender cannot later deny sending it. For example, this one is yung through emails. Diba? For example, sa office, mas ginagamit nila yung conversation through emails para, tas meron silang nakalagay doon sa under ng name nila is yung position nila, then meron silang e-signature para kung halimbawa legal yung yung process nung pagre-request, halimbawa yung resignation, ganyan. Valid yung proof niya na hindi siya made-deny ni supervisor na nag-send siya or nag-inform siya kasi may email at um, may proof siya na na-receive talaga ni supervisor yung email niya. And for key management, effective cryptography relies on secure key management practices. Cryptographic keys are used for encryption, decryption, and digital signatures. Proper key generation, distribution, storage, and revocation are crucial to maintaining the overall security of cryptographic systems. So, for key management, importante daw po yung pagpapalit din or nagpapalit-palit ka nung password. Key exchange, it is also a method used to share cryptographic keys between a sender and their recipient. So for key management, mas ina-advise nila na yung password mo is yung not accessible, hindi siya madaling ma-access or hindi siya madaling mahulaan. For example, yung gagawin mo lang na password is 1234, ganyan. Mas ina-allow minsan or mas ina-advise nila paano magpag-aano tayo ng password kahit sa Google. Nagbibigay sila ng um, ito yung nagbibigay sila ng mga keywords na halimbawa may mix siya ng uppercase, lowercase, tapos merong special keys, may mga at sign, gano'n, number sign, hinahaluan ng ganun. Tapos mixed numbers, yung mas ina-advise nilang gamitin. Hindi yung date of birth mo o kaya yung pangalan mo, then yung common numbers or yung related sa'yo. Halimbawa, yung pangalan mo lang, tapos yung date of birth mo lang yung gagamitin mong password. Wherein, mas madali siyang ma-hack or ma-access nung halimbawa kakilala mo, alam na ito yung information mo, pwedeng ito yung gamitin niyang password. Mas madali siyang mahuhula.
Food number 1.
Sige, James! Nagre-report ako. Sampalin kita. Secure communication. Cryptography ensures secure communication over insecure channels like the internet. Protocols such as TLS/SSL, transport layer security, secure sockets layer. Use cryptographic techniques to establish secure connections between clients and servers, protecting data from eavesdropping and tampering during transmission. Yun nga, yung parang may nakarinig lang sa'yo na, o kaya merong nakikinig no conversation. Tapos matatamper na yung napag-usapan or may makukuha ng information dun sa napag-usapan ni sender at ni recipient. For compliance and regulations, cryptography is often a requirement for compliance with security standards and regulations such as GDPR or General Data Protection Regulation and HIPAA, Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act. For HIPAA, ito po yung one of the example is yung ginagamit siya sa insurance companies wherein, for example, naglapse ang isang policy. Sample lang, naglapse yung isang policy. Then, si policy owner gusto niyang mag-reinstate. So, for reinstatement, part of reinstatement is yung HIPAA, wherein hihingi tayo ng authorization kay policy owner para makausap or matrace yung mga records niya, medical records. So, kukontakin ni insurance company, si doctor or yung mga previous doctors niya to check yung mga medical records kung insurable pa ba si policy owner. So, kung makikita dun sa medical records niya na ang dami niya ng sakit, syempre, mautak si insurance, hindi niya na i-allow na ma-reinstate yung policy kasi masyado nang malaki yung risk na madededs na si insurance. Sad to say, pero ganun po yung ng insurance. Okay, for potential key-based issues and attack types. Ano ba? Okay. For this one, what are cryptographic key attacks? Okay, modern cryptographic key techniques are increasingly advanced and often considered unbreakable. However, as more entities rely on cryptography to protect communications and data, it is vital to keep keys secure. Once compromised key could result in regulatory action, fines and punishment, and damages, the loss of customers and investors. It is for this one, binibase siya sa mga businesses or companies. Sa mga investors pagka na-hack or na-alter yung mga information nila. So, for potential key-based issues and attack types that could occur, it includes, first one is the weak keys. For keys are essentially random numbers that become more difficult to crack the longer the number is. So ayun nga, nag-give sila ng mas mahirap na password. For example, si Google or yung sa mga ginagamit nating apps. Nagbibigay sila ng example ng mga password na hindi agad-agad mahahack or matitrace ng hacker. For key strength and length to be not relative to the value of the data it protects and the length of time that data needs to be protected, keys should be created with a high quality certified random number generator that collects entropy, the information density of a file in bits or characters from suitable hardware noise sources. Okay, that is for the weak keys. For incorrect use of keys, this is when keys are used improperly or encoded poorly. It becomes easier for a hacker to crack what should have been highly secure key. Okay, for reuse of keys, every key should only be generated for a specific single-use encrypt or decrypt purpose, and use beyond that may not offer the level of protection required. Okay, yung paulit-ulit po na paggamit ng password, kumbaga nilagay mo lang is yung name mo, #01, tapos nung nag-ask ulit ng new password, ginamit mo lang is yung last name, #02, parang yun lang ulit, isang character lang yung pinalitan. Tapos, non-rotation of keys, parang same lang din po. Keys that are overused, such as encrypting too much data on a key, become vulnerable to attacks. This is particularly the case with older ciphers and could result in data being exposed. Keys needs to be rotated, renewed, and updated when appropriate. Nga po, yung hindi pa ulit-ulit, parang ginamit mo lang is last name at 02, tapos ginawa mo lang is binaliktad mo, 02 at last name. Then, inappropriate storage of keys. So, for storing keys alongside the information they have been created to protect, increases their chances of being compromised. For example, the keys that are stored on a database or server that gets breach could also be compromised when the data is exfiltrated. So for the last one is the inadequate protection of keys. So for this one, the huge cyber attacks like yung mga malalaking hacker sa around the world, meron nakalimutan ko yung isang bansa na talagang talamak sila sa paghahack. So for this one, the keys stored in server memory, madali nilang natitrace. Pero meron ako isang napanood na YouTuber yata. Natitrace niya yung mga hackers kung nasan yung place nila. Tapos pati yung camera ng hackers, kung ano yung ginagawa. Nakikita niya yung ginagawa dun sa loob ng office ng mga hackers. Yun, tapos sinasabi niya kung sino siya, kung sino yung hacker. Tapos ginagawa ng hacker, pinapatay na yung camera. Lahat ng camera dun sa room ng mga hackers is na titrace niya, nagkakaroon siya na nakokontrol niya. So therefore, stored keys must be encrypted and only made available unencrypted when placed within secure, tamper-protected environments and even kept online. So ina-advise din po sa atin ng mga security tawag sa kanila na lagi nating i-offline yung mga yung Facebook, yung accounts natin, ganyan para hindi na hack. Mostly yung mga gumagamit ng mga PisoNet kasi syempre meron lang siyang oras. So pag naubos yung oras mo, wala na. Pag may nag-open ulit ng computer na yun, pag open niya, nakaandun pa yung Facebook mo or yung Messenger mo or yung email mo. Nahahack na yung account mo. Yun yung most common na nangyayari dun sa mga gumagamit ng mga PisoNet or yung mga public computers na nire-rent. So, thank you po. Ito lang po for today.
Okay, so in the realm of network security, no, cryptographic protocols such as SSL and TLS establish secure communication channels over the internet. So safeguarding sensitive data, no, during transmission. And these protocols employ a combination of symmetric and asymmetric encryption techniques to authenticate servers, no, and encrypt data exchanged between a client and servers, no, mitigating risk associated with interception and man-in-the-middle attacks. So, cryptography also plays a vital role, no, in access controls and user authentication mechanism. Siyempre, sabi nga ni presenter, no, passwords and cryptographic keys serve as authentication credentials, no, allowing only authorized users to access protected resources. Additionally, techniques, no, like multi-factor authentication, yung MFA natin, enhance security by requiring users to provide multiple forms of verification such as password, biometrics, or cryptographic tokens. No? So, cryptography enables secure storage and transmission digital identities, ensuring privacy and preventing identity theft. So public key infrastructure frameworks na facilitate the issuance, distribution, and management of digital certificates with bind cryptographic keys, no, to individual or entities, enabling secure authentication and communication in various applications, including the e-commerce and online banking. Okay, so in the nutshell, cryptography serves as a cornerstone of information assurance security, providing essential tools and techniques to protect data, preserve privacy, and maintain trust in digital environments. And its continuous evolutions and adaptation to emerging threats are essential for addressing evolving cybersecurity challenges and ensuring the resilience of modern information systems. So I think that's it for this topic.